Kazuya Mishima is broken. His inclusion in Smash Ultimate once again tested the skills and dedication of the franchise's creator, Masahiro Sakurai, who mentioned that a voice from the heavens told him to add Tekken to Smash. At this point in Smash's history, characters like Ryu, Ken, and Terry have already been successfully implemented, so things like motion inputs and automatically facing your opponent were nothing new. But while most people like to bunch together Kazuya with the other fighting game characters, Tekken is vastly different from Smash and traditional 2D fighters. In Tekken, characters have a laundry list of attacks. The startup on moves is much slower, the combo system is much tighter and is affected by walls and floors. And oh yeah, there's another dimension. Alongside many other differences. Smash Bros. Is a game of platforms, free-flowing movement, edge guards, and knockback. Street Fighter is mostly grounded, focusing on spacing, footsies, and precise zoning on a flat 2D plane with the ability to jump for high and low mix-ups. Tekken, in contrast, is completely grounded, with the inability to jump at all. Tekken is about 3D movement, sidestepping, high, low, and mid attacks, and deep combo strings that juggle your opponent across the stage. This was Gerald from Core Gaming. Thanks for watching. No, all this to say, Sakurai and his team had a lot of work on their plate. The rich source material, all of these unique features, had to fit into Smash Bros. And they did. But at what cost? In early development, Sakurai mentioned that Kazuya was surprisingly weak, so they increased his speed and power. And boy, oh boy, they sure did. Kazuya would soon become, in my opinion, one of the most broken, overtuned, powerful, and polarizing characters in Ultimate. Alongside Steve, of course, but we already talked about him. Kazuya is the heaviest DLC fighter and the 8th heaviest overall, but his other stats are kinda bad. His ground and air speed isn't the greatest, and he is the only character in the game who doesn't have a 3-frame jump squat, taking 7 frames before becoming airborne. He has the second lowest full hop height, only beating Steve, with his large yet slow double jump kind of making up for it. Only a few other characters share this curved trajectory. Similar to Tekken, most of his moves take a while to come out, with his fastest grounded attack being his frame 6 jab, which is still a significant increase compared to his quickest move in Tekken. If you didn't know I was talking about Kazuya, this doesn't look like a great or even good character. These are the typical stats of a low or mid-tier heavyweight in any other game of the franchise. But Kazuya has something that most characters don't. It's an aspect of his character that elevates him to one of the best characters in the game. This elusive property was first introduced in Smash 4. I am, of course, talking about
DLC privilege.
neutral airs the size of satellite dishes, a counter that breaks the fabric of reality, comeback mechanics, super-powered special moves that end stocks at ridiculously low percents, although that might have just been rage. In an attempt to potentially persuade people to buy the DLC, extremely powerful characters were created, and it seems to be no different with Kazuya and Ultimate. Most of Kazuya's moves have significantly less hit lag, despite their power, which means the use of SDI, or the ability to wiggle the control stick aiding in the escape of combos, is significantly reduced. It also means when you get hit, you have less time to react and do regular DI. At least this buff or feature is actually inspired from Tekken. The same cannot be said about another attribute Kazuya has called Tough Guy, only shared with Bowser, where low knockback attacks don't cause flinching. This is especially useful against characters with rapid jabs. Why this attribute unique to the heaviest character was given to Kazuya, the 8th heaviest fighter, with no such attribute in his main game and not anyone else?
DLC privilege.
But let's first look at his most basic moves on the ground where he is strongest. His 10-hit combo is probably his worst attack aside from his side taunt. You can easily escape the move by holding in or out. If you aren't paying attention, it's easy to buffer an air dodge off stage and die. The 9th hit briefly crumples opponents, and the last one is unblockable. But the 10-hit combo is made obsolete by the Flash Punch combo, which does solid damage and can kill at high percents near ledge. And it even has a win box, most likely for pushing opponents into the actual hitbox. Kazuya actually has 2 dash attacks. His first and standard dash attack is good at closing gaps. It does a lot of damage and has intangibility on his legs. His second dash attack is a reflector. Nearly all reflectors in the game utilize some form of magic or technology. Even for Ness and Lucas with their baseball bat and stick, it kinda makes sense. Ow. But nope! For Kazuya and Min Min, they can just kick a bomb back at you. Oh, and by the way, his legs are intangible. Oh, and it's the strongest reflector in the game. Why does Kazuya Mishima have the ability to reflect projectiles stronger than any other character with their leg when this feature isn't even in Tekken? Up tilt has intangibility. Oh, okay, hold on a second. Out of the 41 moves Kazuya has, 29 of them have some sort of intangibility or invulnerability. It's as if he doesn't have the devil gene, but the Starman gene. It's as if his parents are spot dodge and roll. It's as if it's probably easier to mention if moves don't have intangibility. The first hit of up tilt is great at starting combos, so the second hit of the attack is rarely utilized, but you guessed it, can kill at high percents. And there are more of these attacks, which are seldom used by Kazuya players despite their good qualities, due to being outclassed by other moves, which we will get to later. His back up tilt is a great anti-air. His forward up tilt is a combo attack that looks like it should be a special move, then he actually has a special move that looks like this. 2 of his crouching attacks have pretty niche uses, and the first hit of his downward angled forward tilt is a great combo tool, but the second hit can break shields. Oh, and that's not the only move that can break shields. Dragon Uppercut as well as Down Smash can break shields. Oh yeah, and you can combo with it. And oh yeah, it spikes! He has a plethora of combo tools, with one of them being shield cancelable. Incredibly strong tilts with decent speed and great launch angles, 2 more moves that stun opponents with one acting as an additional recovery option, and a move that has a 100% trip chance. That all combo into his incredibly strong smash attacks, which also have damage-based armor, by the way. For a character from a franchise without the concept of edgeguarding, he sure does a decent job at it. His input grab sends opponents at a disgusting angle, and he has the ability to trade stocks with his down B, having similar properties to Bowser's side special, oh, and also the super armor of Olimar's whistle. Even in the air, where he's supposed to be the weakest, Kazuya still has great options. His Nair is another spiking attack, being a crucial tool for his 0-to-death combos, and can combo into itself off stage. Forward air has good range, back air has great kill power, up air is actually his fastest move, coming out on frame 4, making it a great combo breaker and sharking tool on platforms. His down air is a stall and fall, but it can be used for edge guards and potentially mix up landing and disadvantage, especially with its strong knockback. His slow double jump can also be cancelled by using an aerial, allowing for relatively quick juggles and pressure. And his 2 remaining specials, up B and neutral B, while simple upon first glance, have unique and effective uses. Up B is a fantastic kill option and can be used out of shield. It also doesn't put Kazuya into special fall, giving access to his aerials. Neutral B is best used as a free edgeguarding tool, sniping opponents safely off stage, and it can even aid in his recovery with its ability to stall in the air. His grab is frame 7, which is only 1 frame slower than the fastest grabs in the game, with decent range. His normal throws are not the greatest, with forward and back throw used for positioning, and up throw killing at very high percents. However, his other command grabs definitely make up for this. Finally, his down throw is an amazing combo starter at lower percents. Kazuya's official motion input moves are insane. Hey, can you stop doing that? Crouch dash is a movement option that lets you phase through projectiles and is the key component to his most powerful attacks. I've already talked about the spinning demon to left hook, but his dragon uppercut doesn't just break shields, it also, unsurprisingly, has tremendous kill power. And if you do the same inputs during Rage Drive, oh, silly me, I forgot to talk about his comeback mechanic. Why does Kazuya have all of this on top of a comeback mechanic with its own separate move? DLC. Rage activates at 100%. Not to be confused with the rage mechanic all characters share in Ultimate in Smash 4, Kazuya has additional rage, which honestly makes sense. I mean, look at this guy. It increases the power of all his attacks by 10% and allows him to use Rage Drive, or Road Rage, as I like to call it. This move also takes stocks at stupidly low percents, with the command input doing more damage and starting 4 frames faster than grabbing or using down special. But once the move connects, Rage goes away. Missing too many grabs, as well as taking too much percent, also makes Rage go away, calculated by this formula. Oh, and it has super armor. Why?
DLC.
By pressing A instead of holding it, you get Win God Fist, a solid combo starter and extender. But by timing the A button press, the frame on, before, or after the down forward input, you get... This is Electric Wind God Fist, one of Kazuya's motion input attacks, his best move, and potentially one of the best moves in the game. Electric Wind God Fist combos into nearly everything, and is the foundation of his zero to death combos. It has a null box, which pushes opponents out of shield, making it impossible to punish on shield. And did you know advantage on block varies by opponent's weight? As low as -1 on shield for heavyweights like King K. Rool and Bowser, going as high as +5 and +7 for extreme lightweights like Squirtle and Pichu, as if he didn't have it bad enough. Which is all due to lighter characters being pushed farther. But being safe on shield still isn't enough, I guess. The pushback against super heavies can cause trips. It comes out on frame 8, which is surprisingly fast, and let's not forget the intangibility Kazuya has on over half of his moves, and here it's no different, having specific limbs or his entire body being intangible for the first 12 frames. It is literally impossible to SDI the attack, so the only counterplay is to escape onto a platform where you'd still take a lot of damage, but stay alive. But eventually, tech was discovered to finish the zero to deaths anyway.
Oh, come on, man. Oh, I mean, Arson's there.
Hey, you're dead.
I mean, he was there until he wasn't.
God, you Michi, look at him. He comes over there.
In Tekken, Electric Wind God Fist and other attacks with tight frame windows are called just frame moves. In Ultimate, however, the timing window was increased from just 1 frame to within 1 frame, effectively tripling the consistency of the move, with buffering allowed, which is not the case for Tekken. Even if you mistime this attack, Wind God Fist is still a great move, and it can even lead into the electric version. Tekken has juggle combos, but it's different from Smash, which is why these moves don't kill and can combo at literally any percent. Like, if you look at it all together, it's just ridiculous. With how utterly insane this character is, it feels like Nintendo was desperate to sell this character. I'm not gonna lie, his original trailer was pretty hype.
Get ready for the next battle.
But at this point, I think they could have gone with a more different route. Has this ever happened to you? Hi, Billy Sakurai here with Kazuya Mishima, the most broken character I've ever used. The secret is his Electric Wind God Fist. Forget paying attention to percents, Kazuya can combo and kill at any percent. You'll be amazed at just how much kill power Kazuya has. But call right now and we'll triple the window for Electric Wind God Fist absolutely free. Your local O2er will be able to do this input, even your dog. And as a special bonus, you'll get Armored Smash attacks, the best reflector in the game, and a comeback mechanic. That's a 3 character value, all for only $5.99. And they're machine watchable, but you gotta call now. And buy they certainly did. Players would soon discover the deadly potential of the character by either experimenting on their own
That's Wind God Fist right there.
or falling victim to the dreaded level 9 Kazuya CPU. An infinite combo was even discovered, but immediately patched out. Players were just starting to get used to the character, but even his simplest combos dealt around 40 or 50%, and at high percents, any of his combo starters could lead into a stock. His intangible and sometimes disjointed hitbox were also annoyingly beginner-friendly. Some of his attacks shifted his hurtbox, making him harder to hit. Kazuya players began to wreak havoc upon the Smash community. The first notable upset being Axiom XL, beating Mars a month within the character being released. Early results at the major level began to show through notable mains like T, Tariq, and especially Riddles, who won the Big House 10 with solo Kazuya. Players began to optimize him further, with plenty of resources online, and even a website for combo information on all the characters in the game. His movement options were dissected. What became possible with his down tilt cancels, backdashing, and crouch dashing made him look more like a melee character. Kazuya especially excelled on flat stages like Final Destination, Town and City, and Kalos Pokemon League, since escaping to platforms mitigated his combo game. The FERPS tech was discovered. Ledge slipping allowed combos to even be extended off platforms. Box controllers were also especially popular and notoriously used by Kazuya players.
Batsuya.
Smashbox.
Kazuya on the box.
Kazuya on the box.
In early 2022, the rise of results of Kazuya mains led to serious discussions for a ban, but this was overshadowed by the rise of results of Steve mains at the time. Still, many complained about his overtuned kit, leading to either 30-second games or relentless camping. Kazuya was briefly banned in Texas, alongside Steve, of course, which didn't last long as his flaws began to present themselves, most notably his poor disadvantage state and linear recovery. Due to his explosive combo game, getting a grab out of shield on a skilled opponent was unlikely. His out-of-shield options are mostly limited to up air, which can't punish cross-ups, and is much slower due to his 7-frame jump squat, and his powerful, but slow, up special. He is extremely susceptible to edge guards and juggles, and his 0-to-death combos are possible in theory, but were still extremely execution-heavy, even after being made easier in Ultimate. They also weren't as consistent under tournament pressure. With his intangibility and large hitboxes, Kazuya thrives in scramble situations, but characters with great mobility and zoning tools can shut him down before he ever gets a turn. Player representation was also lacking, with top-level Kazuyas being, in the eyes of the community, surprisingly rare. The Big House 10 still remains Kazuya's only major win. Regardless of any opinions surrounding the character, I'm sure the voice from the heavens that spoke to Sakurai is satisfied. The attention to detail put into the functional and aesthetic aspects of the character and stage is remarkably respectable. But ultimately, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Thank you, Fluffy Sheep 17, Maxley Dev, and Smacks for your continued support. Oh shoot, I need a signature goodbye catchphrase. Game over. For now, Spencil will be back with DLC.